Alright guys, Paulmartinbelts back here again for a new video. This is going to be a bit of a different one, but it's one I'm excited to work on. So what we have here is a custom rail belt made by Wildcat belts a long time ago. It is a ring used belt and I'm going to be restoring it, re-leathering it, fixing the plating hopefully, and yeah, hopefully this belt will end up looking a lot newer than it does now. So this is basically just going to be a once over, a look at the belt in its current state. Like I said, I'm going to be replacing the strap, I'm going to be fixing up the plates, I'll be redoing the paint, and yeah, hopefully it will look a lot nicer than it does now. Like I said, this belt is ring use, so of course the damage, the wear on it is due to the ring use. I'm going to be going over some of the damage done, and I just want to preface this. This is not going to be me taking shots at Wildcat belts. This is me going to be pointing out the wear done to a belt over years. So before anyone says anything, just want to make that clear. This is an old belt made by Wildcat, I should point out. Here is the stamp there, you can barely see, so I'm pretty sure this is at least 6-7 years old, which kind of gives reason for the wear to it. But we'll start off with the leather strap on this side. The first thing you'll notice is the backing has completely separated from the leather strap up until the bolts where the left hand side plate starts. So that's the case that's happened there. The backing is suede on this belt, I should point out. The leather, as you can see, it's a nice tooling style. It's the typical Wildcat style. So you have the 2x7 actually. They used to be gold snaps. I don't know if they're showing up as silver on camera though, because the colour of them's faded quite a bit, but 2x7 snap box there. You can see standard tooling that Wildcat belts tend to do, with the camouflage tooling going all the way around the strap itself. So you can see just the condition of the leather at this point. Pretty poor condition, but that's typical for a ring used belt. Going around the plate again, the camouflage tooling, top and bottom. On this side there is a few three broken bolts. The bolts themselves are actually Chicago screws, which I don't know if you'll be able to pick up there. Well, that one's still actually intact, it's just unscrewed. These two are broken though, but they've just been JB welded on rather than proper weld or anything like that. The backing's coming off a little bit here as well. You can see just the state of a ring used belt, that it can flop about and be positioned in any way, and the leather's just well broken in. You can see especially the folds here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to repair those bolts there as well. But of course that's to be expected. Ring used belt, they take a lot of bumps, they take a lot of damage, so it's not really that surprising. 2x5 snap box here. The snaps appear to be nickel, but given the back of them is gold, I'm assuming they used to be gold, and that's just the wear and tear of the belt. So again, similar tooling. You got the tooling at the edge of the snap box, the camouflage leading up to there, and like I said, the stamp proving that this is a Wildcat belt. I've actually checked the website, and this did appear very early on in one of their galleries, so it is a very old belt. Move over to the backing before we take a look at the plates. So like I said, suede backing. You can see the Chicago screws through the backing there, and yeah, suede kind of shows up wear and damage a little bit more than black leather itself does, so it probably doesn't help that it's suede, that it looks a bit more used, but that's just the, like I keep saying, that's ring used. So here's the backing that's, you can just see peeling off quite easily there. So I'll be removing the backing obviously to unscrew the plates and put them on the new leather. So yeah, that's showing its age, and you can see the back of the leather there. So this belt is still being used by a promotion down in England, so I will have to have it back then before the next show, but I'll be having it looking a lot newer than it does now, and in a lot nicer condition than it does now. So one thing I've noticed is there obviously wasn't enough of one piece of suede backing, so what has been done here is actually they've glued two pieces of suede together when putting the backing together, so it's just something that I'd point out. The backing is actually, for whatever reason, been cut around the snaps. Again, this was an early belt by them, so there's a lot of trial and error when working on belts when you first start out. And it's pretty much what everyone on YouTube always used to want, to have the strap as floppy as possible, just like the belts on TV, just like reused belts. So that's exactly what this is. And now we'll take a look at the plates. So like I said, I'll probably be redoing some of the paint. First of all, I'll be stripping all the paint. I'll be stripping this down to as silver as it can get, because you can probably see there's still some gold. You can see how the plating is completely worn off though. So there's a lot of silver showing through, but it does still have a little bit of gold showing kind of where it used to be. So we're going to try repair that. We're going to take a look how fresh we can make this look. And I'm hopefully going to be doing something a little bit unique on the strap. I've got a few ideas that I want to try, but we'll see how this goes. But yeah, you can see the plates very worn. Like I said, they've got the broken JB welded Chicago screws. The plates themselves are actually 3mm, which was a bit surprising. So 3mm. The etching itself is pretty good. You can see the details showing up really nicely. And No Limit Wrestling, NLW Heavyweight Champion. So it's a pretty cool belt design. It's quite a small belt actually. So I think it's about 8 inches in height, probably about 10 in width. So pretty average size belt, comparable maybe to the WWE classic IC design. So the current IC even. So that's kind of the same size belt. So it's a nice belt. I'm really looking forward to having the chance to restore this. So I think that's everything there is to say in this part of the video, and yeah, let's get to work on this.